Welcome back. Okay, we are on step-by-step 3.3. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to start entering data into our cells that will indicate how much the cost is per month for each of these units. The very first one we're going to enter is April's electricity cost per kilowatt hour. Our step-by-step indicates that it is 0.097. We are going to hit enter, and then we are going to go back and select cell C4, and we are going to choose the small black square in the right hand corner. We are going to grab it with our mouse, drag down and copy that same information into cells C5 and C6. We could also have typed it in individually, but we would like to copy as much as possible so we avoid errors for one thing, and two, it should be generally faster. Okay, so that was the fill handle that we just selected and dragged down. Next, we are going to enter 1.72 under natural gas for April. This will indicate the cost per 100 cubic feet of natural gas. Go ahead and hit enter, and then let's go back and click cell C10, grab the fill handle and drag it down and fill it in for May and June as well. Okay, and now let's do the exact same thing for our third piece of information regarding water. It's 1.98. Hit enter, go back and click on the cell, grab the fill handle and drag it down. Okay, next we are going to fill in the kilowatt hours for April under electricity. We're going to use the same information that's in our book, so if you would like to look at page 59, you will see that under kilowatt hours in the example chart, it is 512 hours. Second one is 487, and then we have 522. Those obviously are all different, so we would not copy and use the fill handle to fill those in underneath. They all need to be individually typed in. We're doing 78, 73, 77, and let's go down to April. Under water, we will use 8 gallons, 10 gallons, and 12 gallons for April, May, and June. Did you notice anything about your monthly costs? Did they change as you entered information in column B? Correct answer would be yes. And the reason why is because in column D, each of these cells have formulas in them. This very first cell says, take the information in cell B4 and multiply it times whatever information is in C4. So B4, we typed in 512 times C4. C4 has 0.097. So this cell D4 has the formula, multiply whatever number we typed into B4 times C4 and calculate that amount with the $ number that we used earlier in our step-by-steps. So if we were to change this, for instance, to 550, we would then have a different monthly cost. But that is not what we want in here. We want 512. If we made a mistake, we can go back and change it, and these items over here will automatically calculate. Then we have a a formula in D5. D5 says take cell B5, multiply it times C5, and put the result here. The same thing is also in cell D6. It says look at whatever is in cell B6, multiply it times C6, and print the result here. We'll also notice that we have a formula in cell D7. That formula says take the sum of a range. There are colons here. Colons mean a range. The range of D4 to D6. I will highlight that. This is a range. So D7 says add up all the numbers in D4 through D6 and put the total here. So we have a formula that's created in our column D, and then we have another formula based on the information that pops up in these totals. And it's really helpful because you can change one number over here and everything over here would change accordingly without having to redo. Okay, the same thing is down here. D10 has a cell formula in its cell that says B10 times C10. So that would be here times here equals here. And of course this total is from the range of these three numbers. And the same thing down here. B16 times C16 equals D16, and the cost totaled up in these three numbers is the total